Long-term care insurance. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. 70% of people over age 65 will need some form of long-term care services in their lifetime. Let's talk about what it is, why it's important, and what you can do about it. My name is Stephen Stricklin, and I'm a certified financial planner. For the past 15 years, I've helped over 1,000 people plan for a peaceful and enjoyable retirement, and today, I'm here to help you. One of the most important aspects of planning for a peaceful and enjoyable retirement is understanding and addressing all the financial risks that you will face. And probably the largest financial risk that retirees face is long-term care. Why is long-term care a financial risk? Because it is not covered by traditional health insurance or Medicare. This means that long-term care is an expense that you cover on your own. And when I say expense, that's putting it lightly. The average cost for long-term care services is around $5,000 a month per person. In some cases, it's much higher than that. The average length of time someone may need long-term care services is around 3 years. And again, for some, it will be much longer than that. So let's do a little math to discover the potential financial risk each person faces for long-term care in retirement. $5,000 a month times 3 years. $5,000 a month times 12 months is $60,000. $60,000 times 3 years is $180,000. $180,000 is the financial risk per person for long-term care expenses. If you are a married couple, the potential financial risk to retirement savings is $360,000. And if that's not bad enough, keep in mind this is not covered by your health insurance or Medicare. And if you are not close to retirement now, these costs will be much higher by the time you retire because the average amounts I'm giving you today is based on today's rates. Inflation rates for senior housing and healthcare far outpaces the normal rate of inflation. Now that we have an idea of the potential financial risk, let's look at what qualifies as long-term care. Typically, a diagnosis of cognitive impairment, such as dementia or Alzheimer's, categorizes someone's level of care as long-term. Also, typically, when an individual cannot perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living, such as eating or bathing, transferring from one room to another, there are 6 of these, and when someone can't perform 2 of these without assistance, then they typically qualify as long-term care. Remember, 70% of people over age 65 will need some sort of long-term care services in their lifetime. So what can we do about it? And make no mistake, long-term care risk cannot be ignored. So how can you cover this risk? Number one, you could buy long-term care insurance. If you're over age 50, this is something that you can start looking into. Once you reach 50 years old and above, you can start looking at a traditional long-term care insurance policy. Another way to cover long-term care risk in retirement is to buy a life insurance policy with a long-term care rider. There are many life insurance policies now that pay out the benefits while you're alive if you need it for long-term care. Another way to cover long-term care risk is to self-insure. And what self-insurance means is you would need to set aside $180,000 per person, growing at a rate to keep up with the rising cost. And then finally, there's Medicaid. Medicaid will pay for long-term care once you have run out of your own money. We don't have time to go into detail about any of these remedies today, but if you want more information, check out simplifyyourretirement.com. I have a few podcast episodes on this subject and an online course with 10 hours of material where we cover this and much more. If you enjoyed this video today, feel free to share it and hit like to subscribe for more content just like this. I'm here to help and will continue releasing videos at least twice a month. Thanks again and see you in the next one.